Going to show you the airbrushing all the way through the weathering. And if you're here live, we hope you'll stick around and chat with us while we work. If you're watching the replay, understand this might not be the first episode. If it's not, we will have a link to the sequence playlist in the description. We want to thank you very much for joining us. Let's not beat around the bush anymore. Let's get to work. Thank you for being here. Hey there, how y'all doing? Oh, good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. So where we're at now, we're in episode 10. And so if you have not seen the other episodes, there is a playlist. And so, oh, okay, we just had a print finish. And here we go. And this is done with the exception of the deck railings, the tables, and the chairs. And it hasn't really been weathered yet. It's had the shine knocked off of it. It's been matted, but it hasn't been weathered. So we're going to be doing a little bit of weathering. What I've got to do on the other one over here is I've got to put in the awnings and the beams between the second and third level decks. Hey there, Joe. And so once I get that done, then that model will be in the exact same place this one will be. And then this afternoon we'll be back on about 4 p.m. train time probably. And we'll be doing a lot of fine detail work with the deck railings. Once we get all the deck railings on, we'll let those dry overnight, and then we'll come in and do some of the weathering throughout the day tomorrow. Now, one of my questions for y'all is, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, but for real, you had accessories, and plenty of them, and there's more of those to even come in there. Alright? So, Joe was in here earlier, but Digger, you are not. How would you kind of weather these en masse, Digger? And the reason why I would like to do that, let's see, these up here. The reason why I would like to do that is I'd rather not weather them on the model, or at least not fully. And so I was kind of trying to figure out a way. I can't lay them all flat and then hit them with the airbrush because they blow everywhere without glue dotting them all down. And there's hundreds of them, or will be. And so I'm not going to be glue dotting 100 pieces down. I don't have time for that. So I'll either end up gluing them on like they are, and then weathering them on the model, or I will figure out a way to weather them before we get them on there. But I got to do that. So do you have a suggestion for like see, what I was thinking is, I mean, I could almost like airbrush them in a box like this and then shake it around real good. Some blue track. What is blue track? Blue track, would that be like just kind of the equivalent to a roll of tape? Oh yeah, there's a bunch, man. There's a whole bunch. And so, and there's gonna more to come. I got more on the print deck. Digger, alright, let me show you. This bad boy right here, and there's two of them, you can see. I got deck railings that go around the roof, because I got folks gonna be up there drinking and stuff, because there's a bar and a stage and all that whatnot, right? So we're gonna have railings around the roof. Down here you got deck 3. Well, you don't want anybody falling off of deck 3 when they're eating, so we'll have deck railings around deck 3. Deck 2, same deal. deck railings all the way around deck 2 as well. So you got 1, 2, 3 different surfaces. Oh, okay. You got 3 different surfaces here that are going to be covered with those bad boys, and I can weather them once they get on here because they'll be glued down where they're supposed to be. But the problem is when I weather them on the model, Joe's heard this 3 or 4 times now, I over weather the areas around the railing. Problem thing is though, what does work out is a lot of times areas around the railings will collect more dirt and grime and dust and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And so it's really, if I can't think of a real good easy way to do all of them, and so I'll go back to what I was thinking about doing, and I don't think it'll work, or I don't think it would look good. I think it might be a waste of time. But I was thinking about adding the rest of them in here and spraying the box, inside the box real good, shaking it around, spraying around the box real good, shaking it around, spraying the box real good, shaking it around. Then taking each individual piece out and setting them out to dry. Like so. That is my only idea at this point. I have not had a better idea than that. And that's not a great idea by any means. Because again, it would be a lot of work, and I don't even, it might look like crap too. So, oh, I forgot to do something. So what I would like to do now is go ahead and get the other model just like this one. And then I'll have to make a move on what that is. So, here we go. And again, this is the only thing this lacks is the awnings and the beams here and here, and the stairs, and those are simple. But I think those are in the other room, so I might go grab them, because I would like to get those in there drying. Here's a look at the tables I send. They're upside down right now. I'm not going to take them off. But you just pop those off and flip them over. This is the bottom. And then the stairs are right here. And I just have 3 places where I have little double steps down coming out of the restaurant. Or whatever it may be for what you decide to use it for. Alright, and we need 4 awnings, and so we use this one. It goes over here. We have this one that goes right here, and then we have the twin ones that go right here and there. But first, we're going to do the stairs. Hold on, let's see. Digger said, it's a sticky stuff I think you guys have there called something different. It's like a type of putty. Okay. I'd try the blue tack method. Roll it out onto a long length. Stick as many as you can onto it. It's tedious, but it should work. Yeah, another thing, what about, Digger, what about painter's tape? Taking like a roll of painter's tape and looping it around itself, right? Putting some glue dots inside it so I can stick it down. and then I got a layer of blue painter's tape, and I could stick them down like that. It'd take forever, but I could do it that way, and they might not blow off if I turn the air pressure down. Problem is, I turn the air pressure down in the glue gun, in the air gun, and then I'm gonna start clogging my air gun, and then I'm gonna be throwing a fit about that. I've had some issues with the air gun clogging because I don't keep it clean. And so thank you, and I might try that as opposed to weathering them on. I mean, I've got to weather the model anyway. I think I could work it in and work it down, but that's probably my biggest issue right now, is not being able to decide how to do that. It sounds like you definitely would weather them off the model, though, the way you're talking. And so that's good to know, because that helps me think about what I should do. Oh, yeah. I do probably need to do it on the turntable, don't I? Stack them all up on the turntable. I just don't know. Well, I guess it's not as much about saving time, and it won't save any time at all doing it that way. Well, I say that. It could be weathering those things on there could take forever too. It might save, it could save some time, I guess. But really, the rest of the model, Digger, so let me give you some background. The rest of the model has just been painted. So it's, doesn't, we've taken the shine off the filament, right? And or to some extent we did with a matte paint, and so it's been all been painted in matte, and so it's not shiny toy light. The order is for lightly weathered, and the only thing that has not been painted at all, even in matte, are the deck railings, right? So the whole model is going to be weathered, is what I was trying to say, and I didn't know if you understood that too. And I'm not trying to talk you out of anything or into anything. I was just saying I will be weathering the rest of the model some too, but it is going to be light. And since those haven't been done anything at all, I think you're just exactly right. Alright, so what I need to do now is I'm going to go in, I put a beam, and I make sure I leave room for the deck railings, but I'm going to put a beam here, 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 and here. These little guys right here to hold up deck 3. And I did not print my little blocks. I don't think the blocks are going to help me do... I wish I could use the blocks to do the deck railings, but the way I have the deck railings built, they won't work. I hope you're doing well, Digger. It's great to have you in here with us. Man, it is much easier, knock on wood, to do these if I set the deck down a little bit lower. Uh-oh, I didn't do that one over here. No. Yeah, we're doing good around here. Um, the modeling business been a little bit slow, but it's been hot. And looking at doing a new little layout up here because the shed's getting old, and my daughter's getting older. And so Brother John, SRV, has been kind of helping me with some designs and troubleshooting and things like that. Doggone it. And now I've made the beams not as cooperative. Haven't I? Haven't I not? You cannot straighten them after so long because all of them are set now. This one's the harder one to do too because what happens is all the other beams get it leveled out, and then it doesn't want to hold these last ones as much. So I put a little weight on the end to get it down. Probably maybe should make a couple a tad bit longer. Ooh, no. I didn't want to do that. Back this way just a tad. There we go. And would that work? What could I 3D print that I could use as a guide or a cheater or whatever you want to call it, so I could make sure that these beams are straight both this way and this way? X and Y, yeah, X and Y axis would remain straight. Could I print like an L shaped with a 90 degree in it and just set it? Still don't know how to know I wouldn't have it too far one way or the other. Would they have to be separate blocks to do that? So yeah, I need to make sure that I'm straight up and down on the X and the Y axis. As I think I'm saying that right. And so what has to happen now is we have to do awnings here here, here, and here. I want to give the beams a few minutes to dry before I move forward on that. The stairs should be dry. There's something I can do. So print it with the cutout being 90 and set it in there. I guess that would make sense. There is something I can do. Up at the very top on the roof, there's an entrance that I don't have a door in, and I didn't make a door for, but I'm gonna got extras and I'm gonna cut one to fit. So there is one up there. I can do that while we're... Sure hope I don't need an extra door. I think I got extras. I mean extras even. Alright. So just... Alright, it's a little too tall. I can fix that too. I think that's something I'm going to do on that other printer today. Just, I wish I could think of something to do those deck railings to keep them straight, but I've got a ledge on it that helps me stand them up straighter, and when they're all the way on the edge you can't do it. Now if they were inside some it'd be easier, but they usually hang all the way out on the edge and then the bottom kicks out to give it something better to stand on. Let's show you. The back has a thing to help me stand it up, but because of that I can't push something behind it to ensure it's perfectly straight. So in cheating a little to help myself, I've stopped that. So all I did is I just put a little door in there where there previously was not one, and I can do that on the other side as well. And we might be able to move forward now. Huh. One's shorter, or seems shorter. Thank you, thank you. There we go. And now we got that one in there just like that. Q-tip for drip, although that doesn't really work on black. Just can't get it on there at all. Make it shiny. Alright, so where I adjourned the last stream was because I tried to lay the model on its side so I would be able to do the awnings. And it has to be good and dry because these decks extrude out, and so you can't lay it on its side without causing some pressure and stress, so it's got to be really good and dry to do that. So, matter of fact, I just moved a beam that's not really good and dry yet. Doggone it. Oh, it's alright. I don't know that it's alright, but let's see. Uh-oh, no, it's not alright. Well, I hate that, because that's going to have to wait now, because I'm not waiting on it again. Alright, I'm not going to get upset. Alright. Anyway, what I was trying to do and I'll change the view here. Alright. Couple wood blocks. And so we have a longer one that also takes beams, doggone it. Here. This is the only one though that requires beams. The others aren't long enough to need it. Alright, we'll get out a sec. And then we'll be able to flip it over and do the rest. Once I do the other side and it dries enough, then I'll usually come back over here and do the I do a little set of beams on the edges of this one too, the longer one. It's hard for me to... Oh yeah, at least we do have the smaller pick and pick. Where's my finger though? It's coming out of it. Let's see if we're able to tilt up just a bit. There we go. That's better. Yeah, so this one here, I do some beams like I have here. But the other ones, like this one's not long enough to need them. And then the ones on the other side are short as well. I need to, and have not, probably need to make a note. I want to make the beams not even 1/4 of a millimeter longer, but maybe a 1/4 of a millimeter longer. But then I also want to come in and sink these awnings into the wall and cut out a seat for them. So I would still have to turn it over this way, but there'd be no guesswork as to exactly where they go. That way they would match the beams and stuff, and they fit right. That's one bonus I have about this third deck now, is I did that exact thing for it, and it helps with fitting the beams. Got a little parasite hanging on there. Alright. I don't know if we call that good or not yet. I think we're going to try it because that's what I do. It's why I use this glue. And we are going to be hanging on this way, so I think we'll be alright. Just want to be real gentle. We are setting up, or in the process of setting up an Instagram account. What's really cool is in the coming months, just like we can connect our store to our channel to like Teespring or something like that, which it's really limited. It's like Teespring and Shopify, and there are a few things, but you're gonna be able to connect the oh no, we weren't ready. You just go ahead and take this off because it ain't ready. We'll come back here to where we should have stayed. And we'll put that back where it belongs. And we'll sit here and hush. And be patient. So anyway, YouTube is gonna let us connect our Etsy store to the channel. And so, for example, like in a live stream like this, if somebody was interested in buying this, there would be advertisements for it around the video and that kind of thing. So, be directly connected to the channel. And since I have a lot of products on there and feature a lot of products on there when I put them together and everything, I think it's going to work out well. It'll definitely be easier to link and all that stuff. Should be able to just, the model should be advertised on the front when you go to the channel page, where you see now, you'll see my Iron Horse mugs and hoodies and t-shirts and stuff from Teespring. You'll see the models there soon, supposedly. So I think that'd be really cool. Also, in the coming months, when we stream out to y'all, let's say you're on your phone, but you wanted to watch vertical for whatever reason. Y'all don't, because that's not something y'all do, but a lot of people do watch their phones vertical, like Instagram or Facebook Reels or something like that. Well, pretty soon, when I live stream, I'll be sending out a stream to y'all just like this normal. And then simultaneously, I'll be sending out a vertical stream to those kind of viewers. But all the chat and everything's together. It's going to be together. Whereas now you can still do that with two different streams. You can set up two different streams with two different stream keys. If you want to go to all that trouble, you can do that now even. But now it's going to be integrated in the YouTube studio, and you're going to be able to, to stream out both of them at the same time and have the chats all together. And so you're going to get access to a lot more people are going to get a lot more exposed to the channel. And y'all might have already known about that stuff, or you might not care. Another thing that's cool is if Digger and I wanted to live stream together, and let's say we wanted to, Digger and I do a live stream together, and we wanted to bring Joe onto the live stream. we can stream to all 3 channels simultaneously. And also, let's say the 3 of us did a video together where we all did some work on the video, or maybe like I printed the model and I sent it to Joe, and he put the model together, and then he sent it to Digger, who painted it and weathered it or whatever, and we did a video on it. Well, we could upload it to all 3 of our channels simultaneously as well, so the video would go out to all 3 channels, and so you'd get viewers on that video from all 3 channels. You wouldn't have to send people, if you worked on a video, you wouldn't have to send people from your channel over to the other one. And I guess that's got, a double-edged sword to a point, but you see what I mean. It's got some possibilities, and stuff. You can do it like up to 5 people, I think, at a time, with both the with both the with both of those. You can do up to 5 people at a time, with both the live and the collaboration is what they call it. Yeah, you can do the collaboration, and I think that's pretty cool. Again, like I said, it is kind of a double-edged sword, because it doesn't make Digger send his people to my channel, but the video itself might be able to take care of that. Is kind of my thinking. So, yeah, you do something like that, like, you take a model and you 3D print it, paint it, and you film it, send it off to somebody and have them put it together, and they send it off to somebody and have them weather it and make a video of it. It'd be pretty cool. Lots of ways to do stuff like that. And what's really, the thing is, YouTube kind of, obviously, like with shorts, back in the day when they first came out with shorts and were pushing them the first time, I was doing 15-second shorts and picking up 10 or 11 subs from each of them. I remember telling John that I picked up, my layout goes from Denver to Winter Park, and I had picked up 34 subs, and I hadn't even made it to Clay yet, which is not even the top of the helix. And but they had just started pushing them, and so I would imagine they would do the same with the collabs. Although I kind of rolled the dice on that, thinking with the 3-minute shorts too, and that flopped. That didn't work at all. So usually pretty much whatever I think is going to happen with YouTube, the opposite does. There we go. That's better for you. Can I spin it, or am I going to tear something up? So I think it's cool too. You got your StreamYard, where you can do 4 or 5 people streaming together, and have that thing going out to all their channels at once. Again, in our situation, we'd probably just be splitting all the views between our channels, but it could possibly bring in some other people. It would definitely expose other people to your channel, And so the only real place that, again, I mentioned this, that I add beams are on this one right here. Because to me, it seems a little long to not have them. And sometimes even I'll use a shorter one there, but I decided not to. This is the longest deck, and so I try to compensate for that. Um, what else is supposed to happen? That I was thinking was really cool. I can connect my Etsy store. I could do a collab with y'all, and get it goes out to my channel and yours, and do the live, and it does with mine and yours. There was a couple other things that seemed really cool. Hey, sorry. Hey, Jeff. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. We got twins over here. This one is about 3 or 4 steps away from being exactly where the other one is. And then we'll be ready to move on with the deck railings, or so I thought. And so probably what we're going to be doing is, once I get the beams in, I'm going to go ahead and cut the string quick. And because I'm going to go ahead, I got to set up another stream. And to set up the other stream is going to take a minute. So I got to set up the other stream to airbrush weather the deck railings. I'm going to try to do that, and if I can get that set up, I want to go ahead and do that so those can be drying. So this afternoon we might start a little bit later than I was thinking, but we're going to be coming back on this afternoon and evening, and I want to get all the deck railings on so tomorrow we can spend the day weathering with the pastels and all that stuff. So yeah, Jeff was in here with us way back at the beginning of this. We're in 10 now, and probably have done anywhere from 45-minute to hour and 45-minute long streams each time, and have literally layout. Well, you're gonna appreciate that when it's done, Jeff. There's no question on that. You'll definitely appreciate that when it's done. But I literally have live streamed if I've touched it. I haven't done any work on it that I haven't done on the live stream, I don't think. And so you kind of know what definitely goes into. The only thing I didn't show in the whole process, obviously, I didn't show the design and I didn't show the print. But as soon as it got off the printer and it hit the airbrush is where we started. Could have even done the print part, but that wouldn't have been a very good live stream. Could have done a video of the print at the beginning, but even that's not very exciting. Not these days. Everybody knows what 3D printing is and looks like now, so it's not anything that at least I don't think people get big views for 3D printing live streaming 3D prints. But I mean, again, when it comes to YouTube, I'm wrong a lot of times. Life happens. It does. So I hope I've been generous enough with the time to turn it over, because I'm really happy with where my blood pressure is right now, and I'd really rather not change that. Well, we need to do this for the sake of progress, though, because we are going to try to weather the deck railings before we put them on the model. Maybe since they're not super long and not thick at all on the outsides, we'll be alright. Alright. We just need, we need to do this. Here. And there for you. And so we're going to need to do a beam here and here. And if I'm not mistaken, we might be ready to move on to the next step after that, and that sure would be nice. I think we're going to have twins at this point. Uh-oh. You have... I didn't understand after the between have and but. I didn't get that. We have deck railings to battle now, ladies and gentlemen. I need my box back over here, but I moved it so I had more room. Alright, now let's set you... back here. There we go. Alright, so what we got now is all we have left to do is we're going to weather it, obviously, but it has deck railings to go everywhere. And so what has to happen now is said deck railings, per Digger and my best judgment too, but he backed that up, is that we do a little bit of weathering on the deck railings prior to putting them on the model. Even though we're going to be doing a light weather on the model, the deck railings are going to need to be de-shined. They're shiny right now and stuff like that. So because of the level of weathering that needs to be done on those, I'm going to try to set up a system where I can stick them to tape and airbrush them, and see if the airbrush... I'm going to test it, and if the airbrush won't throw them off the tape, if I can keep the airbrush pressure high enough not to clog my gun, and also but not to push the little deck railings off the tape, then I'll go ahead and come back on shortly in a little while, and I'll be streaming doing that airbrushing. If not, it'll be about 3 or 4 o'clock train time that we'll be coming back on to put the deck railings on, and we'll do all that today, and we'll get them all on there so we can weather tomorrow. But we'll be primarily focused on making sure that the deck railings get on, and we're going to see if we're able to get them weathered a little bit before we put them on there. And so I'll either be streaming again shortly, or I will be back on, and that'll be to weather the deck railings, or I'll be back on this afternoon to apply them, and we'll be doing all the weathering on tomorrow. So thank you for joining me. Jeff, appreciate you coming. Diggers, great to see you. Joe, thank you again. Y'all look for me again, probably either in about an hour, 45 minutes, or about 4 o'clock train time. Hour and 45 minutes would be what? An hour from now would be 1:30 train time. So either look for me about 1:30 train time, or about 1:15, 1:30 train time, or about 4 o'clock, 4:30 train time. If we come on early, we'll be weathering. If not, we'll be applying so we can do all the weathering tomorrow. Appreciate y'all joining me again. Thank you, Joe. Good to see you, Jeff. And Digger, it was great to see you, man. I hope you are able, if you're not able to come back this afternoon, I understand, but we'd love to see you around. the rest of the weekend while we finish this up. Yes, sir. Good to see you, Dick.